Welcome to M3 is 3D, where experience makes more men wise than books. I make more Davids than a maternity ward in Haifa. That basically works. Also Einstein. Also, we are making some extra guitar octos before the big show. These are the parts that have to be made on a CR10, so we're just making a whole bunch in advance. Oh, very sadly, piece of cake messed up. And I don't even know why. Because I put plastic through this and it came out fine. I don't even get why some of this stuff happens. Another David, Moai. So in losing my freaking mind news, oh yeah, it's still doing that. It's still doing that. Okay, not everybody's seen every episode. So we're gonna recap, in case you missed this. All right, we replaced every single part of the Z-axis. The rods, the motors, the only thing we didn't do is the frame, which the frame is fine. We have put 3 different types of extruders on this. The stock extruder, the Micro Swiss, which had its own issues, I guess, and this one, the Creality Direct Drive. We tightened these things up. Also, the real kicker here, the last time this printer printed something correctly, it did not have this problem. Like, it just started doing this when we put this on here. But this does not cause this. Like, technically they're correlated, but it just doesn't make any sense. Man, I don't even know how much more I want to screw with this. Theoretically, replacing this X-axis motor might do something, but here's the deal with that. I pretty much know it can't be an X-axis or Y-axis issue because look at this. The distortion is in either direction. Like if it was only an X-axis issue, it would only be affected this way. If it was only a Y-axis issue, it would only be affected this way. So strictly speaking, the only thing this correlates with is putting the new direct drive extruder on it. I just don't believe that that's what caused it. But you know what? I think we're just giving up on this. I think it's time to just say screw it. We're just gonna have to not have one of the S5s working. But we're gonna take this direct drive and we're gonna put it on this printer to make it more reliable. And if it does the same thing, we will know that it is that direct drive. But I don't think it will be. Like, it's a brand new stock Creality direct drive extruder and it just isn't gonna do that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, we're gonna do that and we're just gonna wash our hands of that thing. Like, I can't be spending all my time focusing on that thing. Because the Popsicle did not want to print on that printer, we printed it here. I decided to do the Popsicle instead of the shark, and it is turning out perfect, basically. We got our raptor skull here, Sharky, and very sadly, we got a layer shift on this. I think I need a better cable management thing here. I think it possibly could have gotten down there. We also might just print this nose cone because this happens so cleanly and just use a teeny bit of filler. Yeah. And this D20 is essentially done. This thing has just been a lifesaver. We got the replacement parts for the Sovol, so we're gonna fix that today. And yep, we're gonna be fixing stuff today. There is a small club of people whose names are also verbs. I am in that club. Mark, you can mark things. Psalm 37:37, mark the perfect man. But a really underappreciated one is Hector. Hector, of course, means to bother, to harass somebody. Must be tough being named Hector. Going all out, we have added 2 pegs worth of filament, and I just added this one. So that would be 6 extra rolls per day that I can make. Now, bear in mind, almost all the machines were out of filament, so it's probably more than that. But yeah, I think we made something like 20 pounds. Or no, it'd be like 24 pounds worth of filament yesterday. So that's quite good news. We're going to be able to replenish our supply of filament by the time, you know, Cyber Monday hits. It is finally time to replace the ceramic heating cartridge thing. I think this will be fairly straightforward, even though this is a very different kind of a thing than the other 3D printers have. I think we basically take off the old one. There's some kind of thermal paste that came with the machine that you like put this on with, and then you clip a thing over it. I think that's it. So let's hope we can do this in a way that does not make catastrophe inevitable. There is the heating cartridge in question. Wow, this thing is not wanting to come out. Okay, I just noticed the replacement one I got is a slightly different connector. I guess we're gonna have to splice these things together or something. Well, I guess we're gonna have to splice these. I wanted to test whether the cartridge, you know, whether it was all spliced correctly. So I held it for a second, then I punched in the temperature 200 degrees, and I'm telling you, instantly, this thing not only got hot, it got like from 0 to almost scalding within a quarter of a second. That's like one of the most impressive heating cartridges I've ever come across, even though it's probably really fragile because it failed before. So pretty cool technology. Now I'm wishing I didn't do that, because it's been like 30 seconds and it's still really uncomfortably hot. The original clip kind of didn't feel very secure, so what I did is I took a binder clip and put it on there and took the thingies off. But the clearance should be good, so I don't see any particular reason why this wouldn't work. We know that the new element will get hot, and the thermistor still in place there, I believe. So we're gonna do a heating test, and then we should be able to print again. Seems to be going good. If anything, it's heating up kind of faster. Okay, guess we got an actual honest-to-God clog here, but shouldn't be too hard to get out. There's your problem. Okay, for some reason it's just staying stuck on this screen. I don't know why this would be. Okay, this was just working. I took the hot end off. I removed the clogged plastic. I put it back together, and now it's not booting up. It's just doing this. Everything seems to be nice and seated. This doesn't make any sense. It looks like something should be plugged in here, but there are no loose plugs anywhere. That's strange. On this video, it has something plugged here. What? Why does this not exist? I officially have no idea what to do with this. Man, this is so stupid. This is why I don't buy new printers. Because there's always just some stupid thing. Like, okay, a thing gets clogged in the nozzle. So I pull off the nozzle. The ceramic heating thing stopped working. I order that 2 days later. I put the ceramic heating thing. It tests it's working. Then I remove the plastic. And now another thing doesn't work. And it doesn't even tell me why it doesn't work. I'm legitimately starting to wish that I didn't ever order this thing. There was stuff online saying that the thermistor might be bad and that would cause this, but we know the thermistor was just working and like nothing really happened to it. And I looked and it doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with it. There's this thing which in the pictures has something plugged into it, but there's nothing else plugged into it, which doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I think I just have to give up on this. I've been working on this for 2 hours. I can't figure out anything that's wrong here. I don't know why it's not starting. This was a real mistake. I don't know what else to say. This was just a massive disappointment. You should be able to do basic stuff like change a nozzle, fix a clog, change a thermistor, which we didn't actually have to do, change a heating cartridge. You should be able to do stuff like this without your printer becoming a $1,200 brick. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I changed the heating cartridge, we turned it on, I heated it, I turned it off, and then it won't turn on again. Things aren't supposed to work this way. Things are just supposed to work. Like, you should have to go out of your way to mess up a thing. I'm a person who knows about 3D printing. I haven't worked on newer printers like this, but I know the basics, and I know the basics really well. I know that nothing I did today should make this non-functional. It doesn't even make sense. Like, if I put the thermistor in and then it wouldn't start, then it's, or the heating cartridge, if I put the heating cartridge in and then it didn't start, then like that would make sense. It's like, oh, I did something wrong. No, I put the heating cartridge in, it heated up, it worked just fine, turned it off, then it stops working. Like, that doesn't make sense, folks. I shouldn't have to be Nostradamus just to get a $1,200 thing to work. People talk crap about me for using old printers. You want to know why? Because a CR10 doesn't do this. A CR10 has the intelligence of a calculator. It may mess things up, it may not print as fast, but it doesn't do this. This is not a thing. A CR10 is like a pocket calculator that pushes plastic through a hot nozzle, and it controls the movement and nothing else. This is not like a problem that you're supposed to have. Try to change a nozzle, the heating cartridge breaks. I put the heating cartridge in, it works, I turn it off, then it doesn't work. That's not supposed to happen. Nothing should be like this. The world should not have things like this in it. Instead of getting this, I could have gone on like a couple of road trips to go get some more S5s. And I would have been better off because I know how they work. And unlike, you know, the one in the next room, which we had tons of problems with, generally I can get them to work. This printer doesn't know how to mess up. It's not even sophisticated enough to have those kind of problems. It is a calculator that pushes plastic through a hot end. Once in a blue moon, the power supply fails, or the card reader messes up, or you get some kind of weird LCD screen problem. But basically, this thing's gonna live through the apocalypse. That thing can't even live through a nozzle change. People talk all kind of smack about why I use these old CR10s. Why would you use these old CR10s? There's new printers. It's like, because they work. It's because they work, and they just work. These things are like, ooh, this sensor says this, I better stop printing. Ooh, this sensor says this, I better stop printing. Ooh, this sensor says this. This thing has never even heard of sensors. It doesn't know what a sensor is. It thinks a sensor has something to do with like bad parts of movies. This printer is like the Terminator. Unless you kill it, it's just gonna keep printing. It's going to keep printing until it is dead. It's not going to stop printing. It's going to push things through the hot end. That's all it knows. All it knows is move this way, move this way, move this way, move this way. Put things through hot end. It has no other thoughts. It's never even heard of technology. The worst case scenario with this, pretty much, is we just slap a whole brand new $20 hot end on there, and then it will probably work. Every once in a while something a little more catastrophic happens, but not really. I don't know if it's this one, but one of these CR10s I've had for 7 years, 6.5 or something like that. Guess what? It still works. The thermistor can break. The hot end, the heating capsule, can break. But you're not gonna do it by accident. Like, you have to really want to break a thermistor on this. You have to really want to mess up a heating capsule. It's not gonna be like an accidental thing. When a thing goes wrong with these, 98% of the time, you're gonna know exactly what it is. Anyway, if anybody has any idea what was going wrong with this, feel free to write it in the comments. But unless there just is something that jumps out at me, we're just not going to have this for Christmas. It's just not going to be a thing. This was a total waste. I would love for it to not be, but I don't know what to say. Like, every time I do anything with it, something breaks. Most of the time when I buy another S5, you know what I end up with? Another printer that works. It's not doing fancy stuff. It messes up sometimes, but you know what? By and large, it just prints. Every once in a while you get one that's really annoying, but probably 90 to 95% of the time when I bought one of these, I ended up with a printer that works. You slap a micro Swiss on there or the cheaper direct drive Reality one, and it's probably going to be very consistent. I don't know. Yeah, we may even see if there's like one or two for sale within driving distance, because like I can probably get them for like $300 and they work. But yeah, we are abandoning the printers that I just can't fix or won't work or whatever, and right now we only have like 13 days left till it starts getting crazy. So we are going to fix the printers that it's rewarding to try and fix. So yeah, even though this is a very disappointing episode, we're in a good place despite those setbacks. We printed a whole bunch of these guys last night to kind of catch up, because we had to use a couple during the filament crisis or whatever, however you want to say it. But we basically have just about what we need stocked up. You're supposed to give me error codes so I know what the error is. We've got D20s stashed everywhere, and we just got a new one. We got Sharkos. Still fairly early in the day, and the filament closet is already looking pretty full. Yeah, we just got to look at the good news. The good news is we have a whole bunch of printers that I know I can get them working, and we're just going to do that. And if we have to go get some S5s somewhere from Centerville, Texas or somewhere, then that's just what we're going to do, because we can do it and because it probably will work. Yep, so we're going to do that. It's the weekend. We're going to get some more printers working. Okie doke, got this guy working. Let's paint some things. Of course, Golden Dragon. We've got an Allosaurus. Oh man. A bit of a disappointing day, honestly. Join the Discord, link below. JT, did I miss it by chance? How did you go sorting out the extruder temperature on the SV08? Well, I guess this episode is the answer to that. Joseph's story, 6 pegs in the closet. Laugh emoji. I'm glad at least one person noticed that. Oh man, what am I grateful for? Well, we're making really good progress with the filament. We're gonna have lots and lots and lots of it if we just keep this up. It's a little exhausting, but I'm glad that's going well. Tell me what you're grateful for in the comments section below. If you need more 3D printing content, subscribe to JT's channel, first link in the description. He'll sort you out real nice. We drop the goodness every single day. This has been M3 and his daily vocalizations. Peace out.
Stay around you. I can't say what I need. This blinding adolescence I'm seeing to believe. Standing in a moment, what has been is cast aside, frozen there as time rode. I know that you must have died. Light waves surround you. Wiedersehen. Open up your mind. Create me something precious. Find me something free. Empty my possessions. Everything I need. Through the oceans. And we're all going to die. So leave me something precious. Another sunlight. Lions around you. Open up your light and to say Wiedersehen.